Okay, I'm here in what is it? Mount Vernon, Illinois. TA Travel Center. I've been sleeping here tonight. Today is the 14th, and I'm coming out seeing this like an arrowhead, all going to the same point. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? Look at that. That's insane. I mean, the whole southern part of the sky right now is being mucked up, but I mean, come on. They are all ending exactly in the same spot. Every single one of them. Just lined up like a broadhead. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Unacceptable. And no one can see something is going on here. Should block the sun a little. Here's my hand. See that? All going to the same spot. I mean, that is bizarre. I mean, it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming, people. And I got a electrical wire hiding the lower one. I kind of etch it off right there. Let's zoom in again. Look at that. This is absurd. Look at that shit. Excuse my language, but that is shit. I'm not happy seeing this stuff. Just, I mean, there's nothing in the north, nothing in the west. It's all out here in the south, and it's coming in from the south, so that makes sense. Yeah. Over and out. God bless you. Well, as you can see, the sun is being severely attacked today. They apparently feel threatened that it will be visible to the naked eye today. They've been on it all morning, all day, and now it's 5:36 Eastern Standard Time. Well, that will be Central Time I'm in right now, but they are surely busy. Let me try and put a polarized glass over it and see if anything unusual is visible here. And I now got the polarized in front of the lens, and I don't really see anything. Right now I'm sitting on 380 in Iowa, and as you saw, I started out in Mount Vernon, Illinois. I'm going to try another pair of polarized, and they give a different light to it. They're a little dirty, it looks like, but you see, that makes it very difficult to see anything here, because there's so many white dots you wouldn't believe it. But that don't really fly. So let's go back to the other one here and have a look. Well, I can't see anything on the screen. All I can see is spots. This is how it looks like in Iowa, and I'm pretty sure it looks like that everywhere here on the Northern Hemisphere. Definitely this part of the country. So let's zoom in a little. You can see how massively they're spraying today. Out there, they just keep coming back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, and I've been watching that all day. So today they feel threatened that our PlanetX, or should I say wormwood, is visible. It should sit over there in that direction, if I'm not mistaken, at this moment. But I can't see it in the viewfinder. Maybe the video will in itself reveal more than I'm actually seeing. So that's how it looks. And this is in a southwestern direction I'm looking right now, because it's late, so the sun is in the southwest, I would presume. But as you see here, they're right there on it. Another one is coming in right there. You see him there. And I honestly believe they just fly out in a certain direction, and then they come around, and then they go in again and put another layer in. That's what I believe they're doing, because I've been watching it all day while I've been driving here. Been on US 61, Missouri. Been on that one all the way in to, I think it was 281. And I'm right now in something called Cedar Rapids in Iowa. I'm going to Minnesota. And that's the first time I'm in Minnesota. So I can add one more state to my resume. So that means it's now 28 states of America I've been in. So, well, if there's more spectacular, I'm on my half-hour break. I will absolutely stop and have a look at it. Over and out. As you see, they're still attacking. And out there they got a sudden change of direction. So that's how it looks. Now we got a little more free view out here on 380 in Iowa. Look at that airplane over there. Sudden change of direction. That's very typical to see that. That's not a normal flight pattern from an airliner. So, over and out. Now watch this. I mean, talk about being completely bombarded. You think they're scared we're gonna see it today? I think it's very visible out here today. Here in Iowa on 380. Where am I now? I'm in Evansdale. That's how it looks. It's ghastly. Yeah, it is coming. There is no question about it. It's right up there next to the sun. 3 o'clock position. Over and out. Well, you just saw a little video montage of me traveling to Minnesota from Florida. I actually started out in Palm Beach, and I drove 44,000 pounds of aluminum scrap to Spectro Alloys in Rosemount, Minnesota. So that would be my longest trip, 1,700 miles. And I must admit I'm a little beat up. But that's some of it, of the live footage. There will be something coming up later which is a little more, I would say, freaky. But here I got some pictures from Tennessee at this moment. As you see, the Tower of Sauron is standing tall there in the city of Nashville. We also now know that Lucifer has invaded. There will be Memphis with the new Bass Pro outdoor store with this gigantic pyramid with a restaurant on top. It is despicable to see how the satanic realm is moving in on us. It's appearing everywhere, and everybody thinks it's so cool, but nothing could be further from the truth. But as you see here, they are very busy in spraying, and as you actually see, these chemtrails are raining down. They are vertical, raining down. And I'm now going west on I-24, and as you see, the sun is still up there, way up there, but you can see this chemtrail goo. It is, yeah, to say the least, nasty. All that is chemtrails. And we got the famous red skies or red horizon. And that is sunset. I just got into Illinois on 24 from Kentucky. Or is that Kentucky? I really don't remember, but it doesn't matter. At least you can see there we got some blood red sunsets now. We got some very strange colors on the sky. And that is the footage we are now seeing where I started out in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and was going to Rosemount, Minnesota. That was the last leg. And I've never seen chemtrails like that before, all merging in the same point. That is a little strange, if you ask me. But, you know, I am pretty convinced that a lot of you people out there who is in denial or downright turning everything upside down, and saying it doesn't exist. Well, you know what? Everything is upside down. It does exist. Don't know why the pictures are like that. I should have checked that up, but it doesn't matter. It does indeed look strange anyway, right? But I believe that a vast majority of you out there who are attacking, you are hired to do what you're doing, to discredit us. And you are pretty effective in some way, except it's like water on a goose when it comes to me. I'm totally don't care because I know your agenda. And you're trying to make sure no one else believes us conspiracy nuts. But we are not conspiracy theorists. There is a conspiracy. And it is in every aspect of our lives that we are faced with conspiracy. And all of that is distractions. They want us to be distracted with all these earthly matters when everything in reality is all about heaven. But that's up to you to figure out if you want to believe that or not. But something is in heaven is coming this way. It's been here before, and as I've said a million times, it's been noted by the ancient people. They're pointing to the sky. They're making star constellations in their petroglyphs and their drawings and their writings. That there's something we need to keep an eye on here. And there surely is. I mean, if you took your face off your cell phone for a moment and took a look at the sky, and if you are up in an age like me, and you recall what color the sky was when you were a child, it was deep blue, just like in the tropics, you know, out on a Pacific island, deep blue. You know, all these postcard pictures you see from the old days, that was the color of our sky. But today our sky is baby blue, milky white. It does not look like anything I grew up with. The sun is white, but it's beginning to turn into something else, which is a little more reddish, and I'll show you that in a moment. That line there is probably just a reflection. I don't even know where it came from. It just looks strange. Don't worry, it's not a UFO. And don't say I said it was, because I say it's not a UFO, it's just a reflection. But that's probably in Iowa right now. And you can see the structure of the chemtrails. It looks like a landscape up there. It is. It's another planet we're looking at. Or is that really our sun? It is our sun. But there's something lurking next to it. And that something is called Nibiru, PlanetX, Hercubolus, Wormwood, whatever. Doesn't matter. But it has already now swung around the sun. And I believe strongly that it is on its way out now. It's coming this way towards us. That don't mean we're gonna collide with it. So don't say I said that. I did not. But we're gonna feel the breath of it, like the Egyptians very, very vividly described in the Cauldron about the destroyer. And I have a link to that. And I have also proven to you in Chemtrails Hiding Nibiru that with the help of chemtrails and frequencies, they are able to keep colors being visible on our sky. They can literally form a Project Blue Beam picture on the sky and make us believe that what we're seeing is reality. That's one of their plans. But they're using the chemtrails not only to poison us, but they're using it to block out colors, to mask our sky, so it is virtually impossible for you to see anything. And, you know, they got all their bunkers. The Russians got thousands of them, the Chinese likewise, and they have really prepared for what is going down. But in America, they have only planned for themselves, the elite, the Nazis, the communists. I hold to say that Putin is not so much communist as you would like to think he is. He seemed like, even though, let's not call him a good guy, because I don't think he is, but he seems like he's got some sort of interest in saving as many as possible to one day start over. So, with the lack of information from our so-called government, which is not a government, it's just a farce, there is no intent once or ever that any of us out here, you and I, is gonna make it. It's not planned for. They want us, as I have said many times, they want us dead. They don't want any survivors here. They want all of us dead and buried in the ashes of volcanic ashes and from the fallout and whatever that is going to come our way, because we're going to be baptized in fire, people. This is not going to be a water baptism like the flood was. This is going to be with fire. I mean, it's going to get hot here. Not only is the sun getting hotter, our atmosphere is shrinking. Our atmosphere is thinning out because the aluminum they're spraying in the atmosphere is eating away our oxygen, meaning also our lifespan is shortened by that. But now that I've said that, they don't want us to live. And they don't care if they have to, as long as possible, to keep status quo, to pollute the planet or the country of United States of America. Because in the end, everything is going to be destroyed. You get me? It doesn't matter. They don't want you and I to survive. They only want themselves to survive, but their bunkers is going to be there too. They're going to die down there, thank goodness. I just hope they get right with the Lord before that.
because they're going to have a cruel death down there. They're going to be buried alive. They're never going to come out. And actually, there's going to be people digging for them. They better not come out and show their face. They're going to get, squished. But as you see here, the colors. This is in Minnesota, around sunset. Just look at those colors. It is insane. And we got one of our friends in the sky there. Don't worry, it's just a contrail, right? Yeah, contrails leave that long, lingering tails. But they've been spraying all day, and here comes the worst part of it. As I said, this is my webcam. The only thing I have in front of my webcam in this recording is a polarized sunglass, which is not coloring, only dimming the light a little. And that makes us able to see a little more in detail, which we will see here in a couple of, a little minute from now. And what I'm saying is that the PlanetX now has already been around the sun, and this gigantic iron oxide tail cloud it is dragging with it has been caught up in the solar atmosphere. And when I come out here and do a left turn, you will see what I mean. When I actually was watching that when I was driving, I lifted up the screen just to see how did it look, and it actually made me kind of, make my heart stand still for a second. I swallowed a big lump in my throat because I have never in my life seen the sun look like that. This is my first. And I have been recording the sun since 2012. Yeah, since 2012 I've been driving with dash cam, recording what I see. Been explaining to you that that line you see over the horizon that is a little tinted. You can see it kind of form like a band from the horizon, and then a little up, kind of like a finger's width up above the horizon. That's what I call the backdrop. And that's the density of the chemtrails. You can't see through the horizon, so when the sun is low, you have a very hard time seeing PlanetX because it's buried behind all that stuff. But now look at this. Just look at this. This is, if you ask me, this is downright scary. I mean, that's scary looking. What the heck is going on there? I mean, come on. The sun is not even bright anymore. It's setting. But look at that. Look at that red hue around it. It's insane. I mean, what the heck? That is the first time I have a recording that is showing an image like that. It is, honestly, if I shouldn't fear or anything, but now I really see how close this time that we are living in is. Yeah, what do I say? What do I say? I mean, what is there to say other than prepare? I mean, get your bug out bags, store your food, store water, be ready to hunker down, get out of the cities. If you have a possibility of relocate and get established before this hell breaks loose, I suggest you do it now. Prepare it, but look at that. Just look at that. That's Minnesota. That's way up there. It's not on the southern hemisphere. But just look at that. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. Yeah, just watch it. And, enjoy a moment's silence. Crying out loud. Have you ever seen something like that before? I don't think you do. But this is not right in my book. Look how the sky is plastered with chemtrails. You can almost see, it looks like the bottom of the ocean put up on the sky. I mean, it got structure and patterns, and you name it. And look how it's just coloring our horizon, the sun now. All this red iron oxide, which is being caught up in our atmosphere, which is caught up in the solar atmosphere. Yeah, it got an atmosphere, or yeah, it does, but it's not an atmosphere like ours. You've got to remember that this iron oxide is actually magnetic, so it's being attracted and accumulating where there is a magnetic polarity. So what is the closest object of magnetic polarity? Well, that's the sun, for crying out loud. That's obvious. And now it's swinging around our sun, probably coming out there by 3 o'clock. And just look at that. I mean, I believe it's going to get protractedly worse looking. And there will come a point here in time that shortly, I believe, that it will be futile for them to even try to hide it. It will simply just stand out. And I don't know the time frame, but I could imagine that we will launch ourselves into a world war, as it is described in the book of Revelation and Ezekiel 83, Gog and Magog, so that everybody is just dropping everything they have in their hands and running for their lives, for nuclear bombs and soldiers and all that crap. And when that is all over, 1/3 of the planet is wiped out from human life, and then the Antichrist system begins, and well, then the wrath of our Lord is coming, and that means something from heaven, and that is what is approaching us. So, I mean, take it to your heart, take heed, prepare. That's the best option you got. Don't mean you make it, but at least you're prepared. God bless you.